Right, and go. Welcome, everyone, to the first episode of the Backdoor 3, your NBA podcast destination for everything you need to know to get you through the week for your NBA satisfaction. Joining me today is Layton Markwood. I am Colin Morris, and here we are, Layton, episode 1, the Backdoor 3, a little side project of ours. Time to get it going, bud.
This is going to be the most exciting podcast I think we've ever done. The Backdoor 3. It highlights our history and skill in the sport of basketball because we know how to do a backdoor cut, and somehow we're good enough to turn it into a three-point shot. So we'll let you decide how.
So what I imagine the Backdoor 3 being is a backdoor cut inside, and the person who threw the backdoor pass then runs to the corner, and the person who received the initial pass then throws the ball into the corner for said three.
Or the guy makes the backdoor cut, and then the point man, the guy who's going to make that nice assist down in there, instead kind of has a poor pass, but he's behind the three-point arc, and somehow the shot goes in.
Oh, even better. Quick and simple. Well, we're going to be doing everything in threes on this show. You're going to get sick of it. You're going to get used to it, and you're going to like it whether we care, whether you like it or not, because it's how it's going to work. We're going in threes, like the Dubs. Put on those 3 glasses. Ready to go?
Put them on. Where you at, Swaggy? Where you at, Swaggy P?
Swag God. All right, Layton, lead us into the starting 3 of the day.
Okay, so I think the biggest NBA news today, at least on the Twitter sphere, is the dumpster fire that is the Phoenix Suns organization. Again, my name is Layton Markwood. I'm going to be your tour guide on this. Please, if you have any kind of EDC jacket, maybe a fire extinguisher, bring it with you on this journey.
Please keep all arms and legs inside the vehicle at all times, please.
Please, you do not want to get any Phoenix heat on you. It is critical. It will probably kill you.
If you thought Icarus was bad, then you haven't been to Phoenix, at least in their basketball offices.
So, obviously the Suns, they're 0-3. Not really a big surprise because they came in with, expectation on the season. And sure enough, after 3 games, they fired their head coach, Earl Watson, along with a couple other coaching assistants. So they're going with the interim for the time being. And then the biggest drama in Phoenix is Eric Bledsoe. Was it this morning or last night? I think it was last night. He tweeted, "I don't want to be here."
And he claims that he was at the laundromat with his girlfriend.
Right, with his girl. He tweeted, "I don't want to be here."
Is Eric Bledsoe telling me that if he's got a girl, that he also cannot take her to his house to do her laundry? It was at the laundromat? I'm not buying it.
Yeah, really. You can't afford a washer and dryer, Eric?
I know Eric's got a washer and dryer. He gets paid like $22 million a year. He's got a washer and dryer. Guaranteed.
He better. I'm sure he has multiple in his multiple homes that he owns.
Everybody's got the LA house these days. It's the newest trend in the NBA. Just in case Magic calls. I already have a house, Magic. It's all good.
Well, just like us, just like everybody else in the entire planet, Ryan McDonough, the GM of the Suns, didn't believe Eric's bullshit. So he said that they are moving forward without Eric Bledsoe. They had a meeting this morning. They sent him home. And doesn't look like he's going to be playing for the Suns because they don't want to risk any injury to him until they're able to move him.
It's looking like this Suns team, with all the promise that they hold, it's going to be a wasted season. Devin Booker is going to feel like he has to do everything, get overworked, probably get injured. Then it's going to be like, oh, this Dragan Bender guy, TJ Warren's all right. Tyson Chandler is old. I don't like it. It starts from the top. Ownership needs to be held accountable for their actions. And Layton, I just want you to eat crow. because you said not 2 weeks ago how amazing the Phoenix Suns personnel staff is, and now it seems that they've all been fired.
Well, okay, I got a question
I
for
wish
you,
I could
Colin.
run that back.
I got a question for you. Do you think it's time for the Suns to just blow everything up, move Bledsoe, move Warren, and most importantly, move Devin Booker and literally just start, maybe keep Bender and just kind of build on Josh Jackson and Bender?
I see Bender going in a trade to the Oklahoma City Thunder for Andre Roberson.
Good Lord, do they need some front court help? So
and a first-round draft pick. Top 10 protected. Make it seem nice. I then see Eric Bledsoe either traveling to our nation's first capital in Philadelphia, where he would be much needed help, and he would be back with JJ Redick running the old backup guard slots for the Clippers and Philly together again.
Ooh.
And then allowing some pressure off Fultz. I know Simmons is running the point a lot, which is good, but there can be a rotation. You can make it work if necessary. I then also could see him going back to the Clippers with Milos Teodosic going down, if possible. We'll talk about that later.
Right.
I say you keep Devin Booker. I say if there's one thing you want to keep out of this, it would probably be Booker.
Well, I mean, if Bledsoe is unhappy, wouldn't you think Booker is pretty unhappy?
Yeah, but I think you have a better chance of making Booker happy by bringing in people or bringing in draft picks. Like, imagine this team with Michael Porter, Colin Sexton, a VJ King.
Don't bring your sex life into this, Colin. Please.
Hey! A Sexton is a tool used on a ship, sir. Get your head out of the back door. So with Bledsoe, I think it's going to end up him being traded. It's just going to be that at this point, with everything that's going on, they're going to get him. They're going to trade him for pennies on the dollar. And I'm afraid that it's going to be. Well,
he's only 27.
Hold on. The New Orleans Pelicans. Reunite the Kentucky All-Stars. Rondo, Bledsoe, Davis, Cousins, and then you fire he was the old Warriors assistant coach. I'll think of it eventually. But then you fire him and you bring in Calipari.
Ralph Gentry?
Alvin Gentry. There you
go.
Alvin
Gentry, yeah.
Alvin Gentry. Thank you. And then you bring in Calipari.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and let's get John Wall, too. And, let's get what's the guard's name? He was in Milwaukee.
Sky Lambrice.
Skal
Labissiere, or that. The exact other way to say that.
I'm thinking of not the point guard, not Brandon Jennings.
Brandon Knight.
Yeah, bring Brandon Knight in here. Let's go. Let's Kentucky 2008 to 2011 squad.
The squad that put Calipari in the Basketball Hall of Fame. If there's anybody that's going to get the best out of that squad, it's definitely going to be him. Well, speaking of the Pelicans, the weekend was filled with fines. Boogie, $25,000. Steph, $25,000. Kyrie, $25,000.
Steph, $50,000 actually.
$50,000 for Steph. $50,000 for Steph. So a total of $100,000 going to some sort of charity. Wonder what the NBA will donate it to. I hope somebody gets a nice basketball goal at their elementary school in some city or multiple cities, because $100,000 can buy a lot of basketball goals. Boogie, whatever. I mean, just Boogie being Boogie.
Exactly. This is just Boogie being Boogie. And He's only the same guy who won the NBA Cares Community Service Award just this past week. And now
so Boogie doesn't care about you.
Well, what's he doing now? Now he's giving $25,000 more back to the community. This guy should be
fine.
applauded.
He is doing this for the children. They are the future.
I love this guy, and the same weekend he also called Draymond Green a bitch. So I'm all for it. I'm all for it, baby. I love Boogie.
Oh, the Dubs, Steph decided to go Captain Boomerang on the ref, supposedly, even though he said he did not, and throw his mouthpiece at the ref.
He said he has far better aim than that. He would have hit the ref.
You would have known if I was throwing it at you. Have you not seen my 3-point accuracy? So, and also Kyrie. This is some not safe for work stuff if you're not into that. But as Kyrie was walking out of the arena, Sixers fan yelled, "Hey, Kyrie, where's LeBron?" And here comes Cover Your Children's Ears, and Kyrie said, "Suck my dick." I love it.
I love it.
Fight back at the haters.
I love it because it's Kyrie crumbling to the pressure of being the guy.
They won the game, Layton.
I really don't care.
They won the game.
They're 1-2. It's over.
It's over? The Warriors are 1-2. They're playing right now.
Two completely different teams. Kyrie, he's just what he was before LeBron got there in Cleveland. He's inefficient and, now he's just yelling at fans.
Oh, my God. You're being so over dramatic.
There's more on that later. There's more Boston hate train on this pod. Don't you worry about it.
Okay. So I guess we can roll on to the 3 teams to watch. Oh, no. We got one more. We got one more starting 3. Sorry.
We forgot about the big news out of Cleveland.
Cavs move Wade to the bench.
So Dwayne, he went to Tyronn Lue and he said, "Listen, coach,
I'm old.
We're struggling here.
Let's play it out. Who do you want to be? You want to be D Wade or you want to be Tyronn?"
I'll be Wade.
All right, I'll be Tyronn. Oh, hey Dwayne. How you doing? Come on in.
Coach, man.
What's going on?
Listen, I know we're 2-1.
Yeah, we're doing real good.
Coach, I haven't scored more than 8 points in a game this season.
Well, you're actually averaging 5.9 to be exact.
That's horrible, Coach.
Well, Dwayne, I think we might need to give JR a look.
Listen, JR, he's been struggling too, but I think things would be different if we put JR in the lineup and brought me off the bench as kind of that fire plug guy.
Well, I was thinking about trading both of you for Andre Roberson and see how that worked out.
Coach. Let's not go there.
I'm just kidding. I tried to do it at 2K last night, but they wouldn't let me.
Coach, we got Shump, man. He's the same thing as Roberson, essentially.
I don't like his hair.
Wow.
He looks like a young samurai.
Well, Coach, I'm letting my hair grow out as well. So,
I know a great barber. LeBron showed me a great barber in Akron.
Oh, God.
Well, I think it's a smart move. JR is probably going to give him a little spark. If Rose is driving out, that means JR is going to be left open. JR is going to get a lot of open threes, start games, and that helps him get a big lead. I think D-Wade coming in playing defense and providing a little spark and playing against little inexperienced guys coming off the bench and try to take advantage of those matchups. I think they can make it work. I give it a fair shot.
Yeah, I think it's a win-win situation here. JR, he's struggling. He's obviously frustrated that he's not getting the starting gig. Now he's got that opportunity. Now he can heat up early. And then Wade, man, at this point in his career, he just wants to win. That's why he came to Cleveland. And if he feels like he shouldn't be starting, then good Lord, he probably shouldn't be starting.
It's like when your parent tells you make that first adult decision. I feel like Dwayne made an adult decision here today.
Well, he is what, 36 now? 35? So
you gotta do what you gotta do.
Big boy calls.
Well, let's move on to the 3 teams to watch. My favorite team right now, Layton. My favorite team to watch. The Bucks. The Milwaukee Bucks. Because of the best player in the NBA right now. I'm saying it, and it's starting right now. Giannis Antetokounmpo. God dang it.
Antetokounmpo.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The Greek freak, baby.
He decides to go 34-16-8 in the first game, 33-9-6 in the second game, and 44-8-9 in the third game. This man is playing in another stratosphere. He is a man playing amongst other 7-foot-tall boys. And the fact that he can play any position on the field,
court,
field, whatever. This guy's unreal. He's blocking shots. He literally made the game-winning basket. He blocked the game-winning basket for the other team, and then scored. He went back-to-back and won the game single-handedly.
He swiped the ball away and then took one dribble from half court and slammed it. One dribble from half court, and then just let from essentially the free throw line. Slammed it in with a second left on the clock. You were struggling with his name earlier last week. I was talking to my dad about the season had just tipped off, and I was like, Dad, Giannis Antetokounmpo is an absolute monster.
And your dad was like, who
he was like, who
is Giannis Antetokounmpo, and why do I feel like he's coming for me?
He said, who? What are you talking about? And I said, Dad, the Greek freak. And he said, that guy's amazing. Nobody knows his name. They will.
He's truly something special. His body's growing. Imagine him in 5 years when he's added 20 to 30 pounds of muscle.
And right now, he is last year's version of Russell Westbrook.
He's just doing it all, and they're actually winning. 2-1. I'll take that for right now. And the Bucks are going to the playoffs and probably going to the Eastern Conference Finals with the way they're looking right now.
Okay, no. But they'll be in the playoffs again, but not the Eastern Conference Finals. That's reserved for 2 teams, Cleveland and Washington.
Okay. Well, I like the fact that he's got another 7-foot running mate next to him. Thon Maker. I'm going to
go with Maker.
Let's go with Thon Maker.
Okay. Tomato, you know?
Yeah. Hey, Fugazi, whatever. It's a Fuzi, it's a Woozy. He's dope too. He's got a sick 3. He could just drain threes. Just leave him out there, and Giannis draws almost triple coverage now. Guaranteed one of them is going to be open. You got Brogdon, you got Chris Middleton, you got Jabari Parker, and you got Thon Maker. So, you got some scorers on this team that Giannis can take some of the pressure off of them and leave them with some better shots. This team's rolling.
Middleton is shooting the ball very well. He's doing exactly what they need from him. And then Malcolm Brogdon, who had a tremendous rookie season, is really taking that next step. He's looking really good out there. This is the guy who he was the guy at UVA, a 4-year starter. He was the general there, but nobody projected him to be that point guard in the NBA. And now they signed Delly to that massive deal, and Delly's just kind of sitting back and letting Brogdon do his work, man.
Well, who's the other athletic freak going in the NBA right now, Layton?
Really, there's 2 at one team, and that would be the Minnesota Timberwolves with Karl Anthony Towns, the Cat, an absolute monster.
The Cat Attack.
the cat attack. Give it to him in the paint. Give him that outside corner three. Give him that backdoor three. It doesn't matter. And then you got Andrew Wiggins, who's only averaging just under 25 points a game. Hit that buzzer beater. This guy's balling.
Watch out, West. Oh, and did you also forget that they have one Jimmy Butler?
Huh. Do they have that guy who's like a four-time All-Star?
Oh, do they also have Jeff Teague? A very underrated point guard from Atlanta.
Tell you what.
Do they also have Gorgie Dang, a very underrated backup center?
I believe they do. How about Shabazz Muhammad even playing
quality minutes? Muhammad? Timberwolves team's good. We're going to have some amazing playoff series in the West from the way this is shaping up. Can it be May?
I love this NBA season. No. Let's enjoy.
Let's enjoy the regular season.
This is great. This is great already. Everybody was complaining last year about just good Lord, just get us to the finals. Let's just see Cleveland and Golden State again. This year, it's just the amount of teams that went out of their way to improve their roster and who are just performing. So I know it's early. But this is. It was the greatest offseason we've seen probably in my lifetime, probably in your lifetime, because we're the same lifetime.
We have the same lifetime, for the record.
For the record, we are one and the same person. So if you see two faces on your screen, that's a mirage.
It's just one, moving back and forth.
And half of us likes the Warriors, the other half likes the Wizards. But they both start with W, so we only care about wins.
Because all we do is win.
Shout out T-Pain.
Shout out T-Pain. That game winner from Wiggins, from like 5 feet behind the 3-point line. Bang, bang, bang.
Okay, but it's a little sticky situation. The NBA officially announced that they made a no call there. It was an illegal pick on Cat, which would have completely wiped out that three.
But it didn't. They still won. He made the shot.
I'm with you, baby. What happened.
Play until the whistle blows.
Football
Words
guy.
of wisdom.
Wiggins is a football guy.
All right, let's move to the great city of LA, Layton. But which team are we talking about?
Well, the better team in LA. Sorry, Kevin, if you're watching or listening. We're referring to the
Take my trade, Kevin. Take my trade.
No, we've got a trade locked up, so don't even fret about it.
Nah, he's not going to go with that trade anymore. I have sources. I actually went after both of them. To be completely honest, I sent Hunter a trade for the same people that he was going to send Kevin. And then I sent Kevin a trade for the same people he was going to send him. And in Hunter's message, I said, ha, fuck Kevin. And then in Kevin's one, I said, ha, fuck Hunter. I just have to get him amped up. I just got to be like, yeah, fuck yeah.
No, Kevin's going to take my trade. But to bring it back to the Clippers, I know, you're kind of thinking about it. Maybe some other people are thinking about it, Colin. Obviously, they look very good. They're 2-1 right now. Some people are starting to wonder, did they win the CP3 trade? Personally?
Without a doubt.
Oh, sorry. They're not 2-1. They're 2-0.
2-0. And without a doubt, they won the CP3 trade. Patrick Beverley proved it on game 1. Took Lonzo to the house, showed him what's up.
Okay. It's game 1 for the Rooks.
It's game 1. I know. But Patrick Beverley came out, scored. He played hard D. He played hard D and proved why he was first team all NBA defense last year. Lou Williams, solid contributor to play that JJ Redick role almost. And now CP3's gone down. Out for a couple weeks, at least. So right now, Clippers are undefeated, and it's partially due to the players who came over from that trade.
Well, I for one am not on the same train as you, brother. The Rockets, despite losing CP3 to an injury for a month or so, Rockets won that trade. Look at who the Clippers have played, man. They played the Lakers and the Suns.
All right, let's talk about this in 3 weeks.
Shit shows. Yeah, no. The Clippers are a solid team. Blake Griffin is playing out of his mind. He's averaging almost 30 points a game. But hopefully we'll see Sindarius a little more.
He scored his first point. I tweeted at him the other day. He's 100% in the NBA.
Exactly. Yo, he's the best shooter in the NBA.
He's the best shooter in the NBA right now, bar none.
Broken shot, what? No, he's 1 for 1 from downtown. That's another backdoor 3. But, okay. I think we should move on here. I think we're talking about the 3 teams that we want to watch, 3 teams to look out for. Now let's go with the duds. We're going to move on to 3 air balls. And the first one I want to throw out at you, Colin, here is the Boston Celtics. Bring on the Boston Celtics hate train. Start it on up.
You want me to bring him in?
Start it on up. Let's bring in my friend, my colleague, my brother, Jeffrey Jefferson, Jeff Dwyer. Bring him on out here. He's got the best take about Boston you've ever heard. I'm giddy with excitement, man. Colin, you are gonna love this take. The people are gonna love this take. I love this take. I was talking to him earlier, and I mean, Boston. Look, they lost Gordon Hayward, right? They lost him. They lost Gordon. Out for the season.
Smart's having health issues.
Smart sucks. Let's just move on.
No, he doesn't. Shut up. Like, that is so rude. That is so disrespectful. Like, Terry Rozier might be playing better than him this season, but still.
Where's he at? Is he picking up?
I'm going to keep sending the invitation.
I'll tell you what. I'm gonna dial him up on this.
I just sent it again.
I might have to just call him.
So let's see.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. We've lost our special guest.
We will be editing this out.
Oh. Jeff said he's got to install Google Hangout, so it's going to take a second.
Okay, so let's talk about the Warriors then. I think the Warriors are in trouble. I think they're under the impression they can just come out and do the exact same thing that they did last season and expect everything to be okay, and that is not going to work. Everybody's got tape on you. You have to change it up. Something's got to change.
Don't you think they're just being just too lackadaisical and
their turnovers are infuriating. Watching this Warriors team is like watching watching the South Carolina team play 5 guys at Strom, and the other team wins. The Strom kids win because Michael Carrera is out throwing balls behind his head.
But Curry's been doing that kind of stuff for years, man. He
needs to cut it out.
He's letting that fame just blow him. His ego is sky high,
water
dude.
Commercial does not impress me.
What's his Infinity car commercial?
Yeah, neither does your Infinity car commercial. The best one ever was the Jamie Foxx. William Shakespeare said that it's like, but Mr. Shakespeare never met Steph Curry.
Oh, I haven't even seen that one, and I'm pretty glad I haven't.
No. I am sharing this with the pod right now. This is going to be watched even in my recents.
Steph, man, he went from the golden boy to probably the second most hated player in the league behind LeBron. The guy, man. And then Ayesha Curry comes on, and she's talking about Steph having a foot fetish and texting her to send nudes. Steph, man, what you doing? Where's the audio at?
Oh, I don't know. It's not coming through.
No, sir. I see you with that YouTube Red.
Yes, sir.
Classic.
Can you hear now?
Negative. This is what we call bad radio.
This is definitely what we call bad radio.
We lost our guest speaker momentarily.
Now we can't.
Now we can only give you picture, not audio. I thought this was a podcast.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, Colin.
How's it going?
How you doing? Well, should we talk about Boston a little bit before Jeff gets in?
I mean, we can move to the Thunder and wait for him to come in.
We could do that. We could talk about OKC, our third dud, our third air ball.
Dude, what's really pissing me off about them is that, and it's what I was saying from the beginning of that trade. You can go back and listen. They have no depth. There is literally no depth. They are the shallowest baby pool. You could let a 2-year-old out of that pool. It is so shallow of players.
Dude,
name me 4 other players on the Thunder besides the starting 5.
I mean, you got Abrinas. You got Nick Collison. He's been there forever. Pat Patterson. Oh, I'm going to get 4, man. I'm going to do it. I'm going to get 4. God. Who is their backup point guard, man? Oh, jeez. I'm out. I'm out.
The answer.
You got to look it up.
Jerem Grant, did he go there too? Oh, Raymond Felton. It was Raymond Felton. Can you believe that it's Raymond Felton?
He's their backup.
That's scrub. So, but I think Melo's playing as well as he can right now. Like, this is everything Melo wanted and more. Like, everything New York couldn't offer him, the Thunder are giving him right now. Like, fun playing time, open shots. He's making the open shots. And I think Russ might be doing a bit too much.
I think so, man. I mean, you've got Melo. You got Paul George. Melo is playing, as you said, he's playing some terrific basketball. And this is like Olympic Melo because he's playing some solid defense out there. He's averaging 2 steals.
When Russ is trying to shoot, he's shooting it well. He's just also doing a lot of other stuff that takes away from his opportunities to get a shot off.
Yeah, I mean, so Russ, you have one game against their first loss against the Jazz. Russ is clearly trying to do too much. He ended up with 7 turnovers that game. Did not score the ball. He wasn't shooting very well. He was forcing shots. But then you have their game against Minnesota where the dude couldn't miss. Only turned the ball over twice. He hit like 4 threes in the last 2 minutes of that basketball game. You got Hoodie Melo balling, playing defense, 2 steals and a block per game. I think maybe it's time to give a little more playmaking to Paul George. Take a little bit of stress off of Westbrook.
Paul George can handle the basketball.
Yeah.
Paul George is a capable individual of scoring the basketball. And I have a thought, but I know it won't happen because this is the NBA. And I hate this kind of thought and it being mostly right. That team would be way more effective if, Paul George ran the second unit.
Ooh, little Manu Ginobili type of action, bringing one of your top players off the bench.
And giving them and leaving Melo in, so letting Melo get hot. Let Russ and Melo work together. Then take out Roberson. Bring in Paul George. And then let him run it. And then be able to work both of them in.
I like that idea. I like it a lot. It's just
put us in the league. Let us coach your team. Try some different stuff than what these old white guys have been doing since 1955.
Or I tell you what, hire me as your GM, and then I will name Colin Morris over here head coach and
head of basketball operations.
Or maybe vice president. I'll be head of basketball operations.
All right.
You know what? We can co-host a show. We can co-manage a basketball team.
We can own that shit.
Yeah, I think I got $42 in my wallet.
I think I got 20.
So we're like 2/3 of the way there. So
this could be like two broke girls where at the end of every episode it shows our money total.
What's your Venmo, Colin? Let's give the people.
You can go to patreon.com/thebackdoor3 to help us get our dream of owning an NBA team.
We just want to own an NBA team. Come on.
We come from small upbringings of Columbia, Maryland, and Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. Two definitely deprived places. Let me tell you.
I mean, there was a time where I couldn't decide whether I wanted to eat at Wendy's, McDonald's, or Chick-fil-A. I don't think there is a greater struggle.
Don't forget Moe's.
Well, but then it was also Tuesday, and Cadobo was doing half off deals. So.
Yeah, but Moe's Monday, $5.99. Can't beat it.
God, all this stress right now that you're bringing on me with all these food deals, I just can't really take it. It brings back harsh memories.
Well, I think we're having a hard time getting our guest in here.
I tell you what, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to call him in. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way.
We'll see how that works.
I'm going to just call him in. Let's see how it goes. Here we go. Do you hear dialing?
Yep.
Come on, Jefferson. He literally just texted me.
Great radio right here.
Literally.
This is the best episode of a podcast that has ever been made. Without a doubt. All right, let's give him one more ring. I mean, this is such a great take. Hold on. Just let me, because since he said he was downloading the app, let's give him another shot.
No, it said it was going to take an hour.
What?
Yeah.
How is it going to take an hour?
It says it needs to download a plugin.
It can be the app on his phone.
I don't know why he isn't picking up.
Your has been forwarded to an automatic voice message
system. Damn.
Well, we'll just roll through the Celtics. Layton, you heard the take. Why don't you go ahead and give it to us?
So essentially, my good buddy Jeff Dwyer believes that Danny Ainge made the worst decision in the history of Boston Celtics basketball when he decided to trade for Kyrie Irving. By removing all of the depth that was required to make that trade happen, with losing Avery Bradley, losing Amir Johnson, losing Jay Crowder, the glue guy, Bradley and
Olynyk.
Two glue guys. Olynyk,
He
They
made
probably
open
couldn't have
threes.
afforded to bring him back. He was a free agent. But really, it's Crowder and Avery Bradley, and that first rounder, that Nets first rounder, that is going to be crucial. And they traded Isaiah Thomas.
For the record, the Nets are 2-1.
Okay, but they lost Jeremy Lin for the season. Their best
say
player.
that like
Arguably their best player.
what? D'Angelo Russell is way better than him. Damari Carroll is better than Jeremy Lin.
Stop. D'Angelo Russell is just like a little fellow named Kyrie Irving. Inefficient as a fuck.
Listen here.
So basically, that's the take. Kyrie is inefficient. He can't play defense at all. He is only an individual playmaker. He can't set anyone else up for a good shot, which is something Isaiah Thomas can do. While they're equally poor at defense, Isaiah can score the ball more efficiently, and his height doesn't really take away from the fact that he can set people up with the right shot. He can get the ball in the right area. Kyrie tries to do everything himself and fails, and he will fail. And the hottest part of this take from my good friend Jeff is that he believes the Celtics will not only plunge from last year's number 1 seed, they will not make the postseason this year.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, that's going to happen. They're going to make the playoffs. Plug your headphones back in. They're going to make the playoffs without a doubt. There's enough talent on that team to make the playoffs. I look at just the experience on that team, just from being there before, as opposed to some of these other teams at the bottom. I mean, all of those other teams might be 2-1 right now, but we're definitely going to see what happens later on in the season and to see where these teams settle out. After the first quarter, first quarter of the season, we should be able to get a better view on the picture of the playoffs. Maybe even the halfway point would be a better. We'll see again after the All-Star break where everything really starts to click.
Yeah, I mean, most teams are 2, 3, 4 games in right now. So,
yeah. Well, we want to try to close the show with something that's worth showing you, everybody out there. It's been about 3.5 hours of basketball tonight. And right now, John Wall has something to show you, everybody.
Show the people, baby. Show the people, baby.
Layton called it. He wanted it.
Man. If the Wizards are playing,
he wanted it.
John Wall's making the play of the day. The left hand slam.
He brings it through on the Gaia.
John Wall with the left hand. Oh, man.
Oh. Mirza Teletovic with the bang up 3 at the buzzer. Oh!
The Bucks, we were talking about him earlier. Didn't mention Mirza, but he can hit the clutch shot apparently.
Oh, Lowry. Oh, down to DeRozan. Baya!
Now, the Raptors are a team that are overperforming this far.
There's Jeffrey.
Oh, shit. Jeff joined us.
I just switched over to my iPad because my computer is horrible.
Well, we're just watching some of Joel Embiid's highlights of the day.
Jeff, I didn't think you were going to be able to make it, so I kind of gave just.
You really think they're not going to make the playoffs?
Yeah, give us your take, Jeff.
All right, so I'll start from the beginning. So it's kind of a hot take, but just bear with me.
It's fire. It's not kind of. It's a steaming hot take.
All right, so we get to the end of all right, just to get it out of the way, like Layton here, I've grown up a Wizards fan, so I'm trying to put my Celtics bias to the side.
It's impossible. I can already smell it from here.
They already know we're on the Boston hate train. It's full steam ahead.
All right, well, then I'll just get right to the point. So at the end of the season last year, right, so Danny Ainge is looking at their roster, at the Celtics roster. And like at this point, everybody knows, right? So what made the Celtics so good last year? They had Isaiah Thomas, and they had easily like 9 players, right? So their bench could come in. They didn't really lose much production because they were basically a team built around a 5'9" guard who could somehow put up almost 30 a game and a 7-footer who could hit jump shots from the elbow. And basically a bunch of average to like slightly above average players surrounded around that. So in today's NBA, obviously, as you saw through, what was a beat down against the Cavaliers, they decided to trade in some of that depth for more star power because that's just how the NBA works now. Need 3. Now with the Warriors, 4 star players really to genuinely compete for a title. So they decide, okay,
Zaza Pachulia is a star.
No, but look, when you have Durant, Curry, Draymond, and Clay, at this point you need 4 players to really compete with them. Not even to, that's not even with Andre Iguodala coming off the bench and the corpse of Sean Livingston.
The corpse? The corpse?
The corpse of Sean Livingston.
Call him Jack Skellington because he is long, lanky, and he will drive you into the paint and score on you. Every time he goes up against the point guard, like he just destroys them. It is beautiful to watch.
He's beating up backup point guards, but
that's his job. He's good at his job. That's literally what he gets paid to do.
Anyway, point being, you're not going to see that. A team in the East isn't going to see them until the finals. So they decide, all right, we're going to go after Gordon Hayward, which is smart. All right, Gordon Hayward, here's a guy who in the harder Western Conference took the Utah Jazz, a team, every year he got better. He took them, to a point of respectability with he has help, right? Rudy Gobert is, in my estimation, the best defensive center in the NBA by a mile. And, they have a solid core, but point being, you have a guy that has led a team from what he was as a lottery pick to, I think, it was his 6th or 7th season. They were a 50-win team in the Western Conference. Okay, fair enough. The mistake they made, which I think most people agree, was trading for Kyrie Irving. Primarily because what they did was they emptied the remainder of the depth they had. So they traded Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and they gave up that Nets pick, which was even, the fact they gave that up blows my mind. Basically what they did was they traded Isaiah Thomas for the same player, 4 years younger.
Statistically, I agree. The same player.
Yeah,
The same player.
Yeah, statistically the same player who's 4 years younger, but does not have any of the intangibles that Isaiah Thomas had.
He's not a leader.
He is not a leader.
Kyrie does not make anybody around him better.
Kyrie makes 0 players around him better.
Dang it, I'm talking myself into this.
Yeah. The first 3 years.
Train started on up.
The first 3 seasons Kyrie Irving was with the Cavaliers, they won 21, 24, and then 33 games.
But can you name anybody else on that roster except Varejao?
I was going to get to that. All right. But as a number 1 overall pick, the entire point is that shouldn't matter, right? John Wall, okay, so this would have been his 3rd in Bradley Beal's rookie season. The Wizards started the season 5-28. I really don't care about rosters that much. I've learned in professional sports, like the New York Jets in football probably have the worst roster ever assembled, and somehow
clear eyes, full heart, can't lose.
Yeah. I look at team, like how do they function, right? So the Wizards were 5-28 that season. John Wall gets back, and that same team that only won once a month played 500 basketball. Played 500 basketball the rest of the season, and that's just the return of one guy. And that John Wall was not even close to the guy he is now. He didn't play defense. I shouldn't say he didn't play defense. He was very lackadaisical on defense.
He was very Harden-like on defense.
John Wall got steals. He was just
he's so fast.
He was in and out. He was in and out in defense. He wouldn't focus for the sake of being able to run in transition. He couldn't shoot still. Now he's like an average shooter. He's not great, but he's like average.
He is not shooting the last shot.
Yeah, no, that's Beal. But
Hey, he did it in Game 6.
like when you think of a first,
One time.
Yeah, when you think of a first overall pick, you imagine a guy that regardless, like the talent is going to be bad. Your first overall, no matter who you go to, but unless it's some miracle in the lottery, right? Usually one of the 3 worst teams gets the first pick.
Okay,
That's why.
Let me throw something at you guys.
Okay.
Is this a Kobe Shaq situation when we look at it 10 to 15 years from now? When they look back for both LeBron and Kyrie, and they both realize that they were better off if they would have just settled their stuff like adults and just worked together and not been so dramatic about all this. Because Shaq's looking back and been like, we could have crushed it for 5 more years. At least 1, 2, or 3 more.
I don't think.
Yeah, I'll let you go.
I don't think that there was really a big tryst between LeBron and Kyrie.
It was Kyrie in the front office.
Yeah, it was Kyrie and wanting to be the guy. He was the lottery pick. He was the number 1 overall pick.
Well, then play like
it. You don't have to tell us, man.
Yeah. And the other part is,
dang it,
Kyrie Irving is not remotely close to what Kobe or Shaq were at that point. Right.
True.
So Kyrie Irving is,
he can do one thing.
He's the best finisher in basketball.
He is Stephon Marbury 2.0. That's basically what he is.
Wow.
That is what Kyrie Irving is.
He's like Marbury and Allen Iverson had a nice little child.
Basically.
So the people should be looking out for about $20 shoes coming out from Kyrie.
Wow. Boo. Boo. You, sir. Boo. Boo.
Yeah. And so basically, right, what you have is you have a guy that's can create his own shot, but doesn't create it for others. And he's on a team where I'm pretty sure he's the only, like, none of the other guys can create their own shot.
Jason Tatum can create his own shot.
Jason Tatum is a rookie. If you're gonna,
Jason Tatum can still create his own shot. Shoot or shoot. That's Devin Booker. Shoot or shoot.
But Kyrie Irving isn't the guy that's going to get him open looks. He hasn't.
That's true. Marcus Smart is when he's healthy.
Stop. Marcus Smart is a defensive-minded guard.
Marcus Smart isn't going to create his own shot off the dribble. Terry Rozier is not going to do it.
Right. So that's the person that's going to put it in Jason Tatum's hands.
No. They're not going to make anybody bet. Like, if you're going to rely on Marcus Smart to be the guy to facilitate the rest of your team, you're not going to be an elite squad. Like, Gordon Hayward, what he allowed them to do was to space the floor.
Kyrie wanted to go to this team because of Gordon Hayward, and now you're going to see Kyrie in a totally different mood because Gordon Hayward's gone, and now he's going to feel like, oh, guys, I got to do it. It's going to be me.
This is what he wanted.
This is what he wanted. So either put up or shut up, Kyrie. It's time to show us. If this is what you want, then show us you deserve it and you can do it.
I'm so happy you joined us on this Kyrie hate train. I'm so glad.
I bought a refundable ticket.
And it's not even like he's learned with LeBron. But like LeBron made that comment, right? Like the one thing I'm upset is that he took all the lessons and went to a different team. But we saw in the 3 years LeBron was with them, went back to Cleveland and they played together. And the games he sat, the Cavaliers, keep in mind, this is a team that went to the finals 3 times, won one of them. So, and it still has Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, J.R. Smith, Iman Shumpert is on. They're all on the same team. They went 4-18. That is sub 25% win percentage when Kyrie was the guy with a finals level roster. So
I can't hear you. Larry's too loud.
Oh, so can you hear me now?
No. I have a hat on that has the Larry O'Brien trophy. It's the Warriors championship hat, and I was putting it
I didn't even. It's just so to me. I just don't. If they get to 500, it's based purely on talent, I guess. I mean, but
lack thereof at the bottom of the East. I need a quarter to see how the bottom of the East actually plays out. I don't think the Nets and the Magic can,
no,
play 66% win You know, we need at least 2 more weeks to really see where everything's at least maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah. I just basically, obviously everyone knew Gordon Hayward changes the dynamic of the East, but at this point it really is top heavy. The Cavs are a tier above everyone. And then besides them now, it's really probably just the Wizards and the Bucks, depending on how the rest of the team around Giannis develops this year.
We love the Bucks.
Tell you what, if you're a Cleveland Cavaliers fan, if you're a Washington Wizards fan,
watching. I don't want you watching my show. You like the Cavs? Get out of here.
I think you can go ahead,
shoot,
punch your tickets. We'll see you in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Semifinals, Bucks, Cavs.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Semifinal, Raptors, Wizards. Wizards win 4-1. Bucks win 3-2. No, 4-3.
What?
4-3.
Wait.
4-3. 4-3. Bucks win 4-3.
So then Wizards to the Eastern finals
to lose 4-0 to the.
Here's honestly though, I would totally take being swept to the finals.
I would totally take that. We just want to be there. Just give us the Eastern Conference.
We're just happy to be here, really. We're just real happy to be here.
The Wizards would be the definition of that team that's like winning the conference finals would just let's pack it in and take this ass whooping in 4 games. They would
have a whole ceremony the first game of the season at home. There'd be a ceremony for the Eastern Conference Finals pendant to drop.
Hang the
Eastern Conference Final banner.
Yeah, they could.
No, but after it goes
the Pro Bowl, it's all right. Don't worry about it.
Where they put up the roster, like the whole team names are on it, like everybody's names on it. It's a big deal. They put patches on the jerseys and stuff.
Yeah. ECF champions.
DC curse would be ended
in the same season, but then it's just I feel like it's all going to advance because now the Nats have lost, and then watch like the Caps will lose to the Penguins in the Eastern Conference. As is tradition.
Yeah. I would take a finals appearance, though. I really don't. I wouldn't even care what happened there. I'd watch those games and watch us lose by 20 every time.
No, I can see it. Like game 4, it's over. Clay, Steph, they're all celebrating, and then you look over at the Wizards bench, and they're celebrating with Golden State. They're all going out to the same bars afterwards.
Guys, we did it! We had fun! Yay! Woo! Meanwhile, nobody watches the NBA Finals.
Worst ratings
in history. Could you imagine though? I think the NBA. Imagine like we've been hearing LeBron for so long, like the entire time that probably all 3 of us have paid attention to the NBA. We don't know an NBA without LeBron James, which that's weird to think about, but. Imagine how good it would be for basketball if Giannis makes the finals and shows up.
From like an international standpoint?
Yeah, for an international standpoint, for just a change of the pace of basketball, because that would be a totally different finals because the front court depth for the Bucks.
Milwaukee in the finals is going to be a ratings boost.
That would probably be the best thing for the NBA since
I'm not talking about rating. I just mean in terms for the NBA, in terms of the health of the game, putting the future of the game on the map. Because right now, Anthony Davis either needs to get out, or we're just never going to hear about Anthony Davis. He's going to be Charles Barkley. He's going to be the Charles Barkley of this generation, the best player that never got a ring. So he either needs to find a new team
on TNT for the next 20 years.
Exactly. You'll have to see the brow. The brow will replace the awful golf swing, and we'll have to hear it and see that brow forever. I think Giannis is he's the second coming of I don't know who came before him in my situation.
Jesus Christ.
I mean maybe.
It's crazy to think that he'd just be a more I wonder if athletic's even the right word, but more athletic version of LeBron. if that's possible, just because of his length and how
His
weird
length,
his dimensions
he
are.
is LeBron's game in Anthony Davis's body.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah.
And he loves corny dad jokes.
Yeah, and his dad just died, and then he dropped 44, and then he signed the ball on Sunday for his dad. This guy's he's driven right now. He's got a purpose, and purpose means something when you're playing ball. We got a chip on your shoulder, and you're 6'11".
No, but did you see that video from training camp when I think they were interviewing Brogdon, and then he came out of nowhere and he was like, "Hey guys, have you ever seen
this whole world up too?
Have you ever seen the movie Constipated? It hasn't come out yet. Get him, Giannis.
Oh.
Get him, Giannis.
Well, I'd like to thank you guys for giving this first episode a shot. Backdoor 3 will be coming to you every week, racking up the news in the NBA world, just telling you what's what, telling you what you need to hear, and showing you some cool stuff. So we'll be talking next week, hopefully, about a turnaround for some of the teams at the bottom, and maybe some of the teams that we thought were going to be bad, maybe coming back to where they should be at the bottom of the standings. I'd like to thank Jeffrey for joining us. Jeffrey, if you have any social media you'd like to drop on these lovely people, now's your chance.
Social media. Well, if you want to give me a follow, I'll try to step.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, really.
Well, nobody cares really.
It's if you want.
I'm gonna look that Twitter up.
Just at Jeff_Dwyer. That's it. That's all.
All right, at Jeff_Dwyer.
Yeah, really.
And now back in Biloxi, Layton, Tron, Markwood. Where can they
Jeff,
find you?
Jeff, I really appreciate you coming on, giving your fire take. I think we gave the people a little bit of everything today. We had some hot takes. We had a celebrity guest speaker in Jefferson Davis Dwyer. Yeah, that's probably a poor nickname to give you.
That's a terrible nickname. Back that up. Probably Jeffrey Van Dwyer. Oh, Jeff Van Dwyer.
Jeff Van Dwyer.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll take that one. That's all right.
No. Yeah, maybe let's not bring in the secession of the South into this.
Yeah,
Jeff
probably.
Jeff Van Dwyer is easily the best. He's probably the best color commentator for basketball.
And he also gives fire takes occasionally.
So eventually we're going to be able to work it in that at the beginning of the podcast, we're going to hear Mike Green go, bang, bang, bang at the beginning of the show. So look out for that.
I still love the NBC on the NBA on NBC theme. I think that's our theme, yo.
Well, actually, it's their theme, and we're going to use it till they tell us we can't. Layton, where can the people find you on social media?
Y'all already know. It's the name, Layton, Markwood. Hit me up.
Just like it sounds.
Because I don't really care.
And you can find me, Colin Morris, at _C Morris on Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, and all that fun stuff. Thank you for joining us. Like this video, comment, subscribe. Consistently Inconsistent Sports Podcast coming at you Wednesday night, recapping the whole week. We got 2 weeks to recap in sports.
Yeah.
This week, we're going to try to do it in about an hour 15. See if we can do it. Hopefully, I can get my second win in fantasy football tonight, make some trades, give me a little Melvin Gordon maybe. See how this all plays out. This has been the Backdoor 3. Signing off.
Celtics 500. Book it. Book it.
Warriors.
Wizards Eastern Conference Finals.
Warriors.
Woo!
You already know.
Peace.